Good morning, everyone. This is, there we go. Oh boy, this is trying to be complicated here. Welcome to First Chapter Fun, episode 4. Today I'm doing two things, so it's a bit strange. I'm actually on Facebook Live here, and I'm on Instagram Live here. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this looking at two different screens, but in any case I'm going to try and broadcast on both of these simultaneously, so bear with me. This is the first time I'm trying this. So on Facebook we have Natalie who's joined. On Instagram we have Megan, we have Jay, we have lots of people, so this is wonderful. And Kimberly Belle, the one and only, is on Facebook right now. She's watching too, so you can leave comments for her. I'll save the video on Instagram Live as well, so you can leave comments for her there too. Tomorrow I'll get the setup a little bit different, so I don't look, tiny on Facebook Live, on Instagram Live over here. So this is all a bit strange, but anyway. Kimberly just said, how do you look so good while quarantining? Well, funnily enough, I went out. First of all, thank you. I went out to pick up my shopping, which is why I look so, windswept and interesting, which is code for fluffy. My favourite mug is a sheep. Can you tell the resemblance, the woolly hair? Anyway, First Chapter Fun seems to be resonating with people, which is wonderful. I'm so pleased that people are enjoying this series. This is great. And we have authors lined up, or readings for authors lined up until, I think we're now April 23rd every single day. So hopefully you'll still be tuning in by then, and you won't be completely bored of hearing my voice, not the author's books, of course. So actually, First Chapter Fun made the Canadian news online yesterday. There was an article on CBC where they featured how authors were promoting things online now rather than in person, signings and so forth, and they mentioned First Chapter Fun. So that is so cool. I'm so happy. So spread this far and wide, as far and wide as you possibly can, so we get more and more viewers enjoying the first chapter of a book. So without further ado, shall we get started? Shall I stop the babbling and read for you today? So I think on Instagram this is going to be the wrong way round, but you'll get the gist of it, and I'll fix that for tomorrow. But today's book is, drum roll please, can I hear a drum roll? Drum roll. Stranger in the Lake. It's back to front on Instagram. I'll fix that for tomorrow. But Stranger in the Lake by the one and only Kimberly Belle. Now, Kimberly has written a number of books, all in the domestic suspense category. They include The Last Breath, The Ones We Trust, The Marriage Lie, I'll come back to that one in a minute, 3 Days Missing, and Dear Wife. So The Marriage Lie is right now, boys and girls, on BookBub. It is a daily deal on BookBub, and you can get your sticky mitts on it for $1.99. I mean, what's not to love? And it's a fantastic book, as are all of her others. I read Dear Wife, that was last year's book. I read that one in a day, actually, literally in one sitting. We went to Mont Tremblant for Christmas last year, and I read it on the drive back, and I barely looked up. So highly recommended. I have not yet read Stranger in the Lake in its entirety, but I have zero doubts that it is absolutely amazing. So it's getting a bit dark in here. We've got a big rainstorm going on, so I hope I can see properly. I might just cheat and put the light on a little bit. There we go. That's, oh, look, it's giving me a lovely glow. Fantastic. All right, let's get started. Stranger in the Lake by Kimberly Belle. Chapter 1. I untie the dock cleats and shove the boat into water as grey as the sky. Sometime in the past few hours, gunmetal clouds have rolled over the mountain tops, shooting down icy gusts that froth the surface of Lake Crosby into a million white peaks. My stomach churns, and not from the water's chop. Maybe morning sickness, maybe nerves at the words I need to say to my new husband out loud. Surprise! I'm pregnant! I sink onto the helm seat and shove my hands into the pockets of my new down jacket, a gift from Paul, who has impeccable taste, the kind that comes from good breeding and a big bank account. We've only ever spoken about children in the vaguest of terms, things like, this room would make a good nursery, or we would make pretty babies. The one day, silent, but implied. He and his first wife never tried for a baby before she died, a little over 4 years ago. I haven't known him a year. This wasn't exactly the plan, but neither was falling for a man 11 years older than me, a man who always claimed he'd never marry again. The 37-year-old wealthy widower falls for a gas station clerk from the muddy side of the mountain, both of us touched by tragedy, a combination that everybody from our town said would never work. I don't give a damn what people think, Paul is constantly telling me. I love you and you love me, and that's all that matters. But now, my hand feels under the jacket to my still flat stomach. What will he think about this little surprise blooming inside my belly? I have no idea. His mother, the people in town, friends who've known him all his life, I know exactly what they'll say. They'll say that this baby was no accident, that the littlest Keller will cement my place at the family dinner table in a way the 3 carats on my ring finger can't, that marriages are temporary, but children are until the end of time, that now he's really trapped. Sugar daddy, sugar baby, baby daddy. By now the wind has pushed me away from the dock, and I start the engine and swing the boat around. Paul and I live on a cove, but the currents here are swift, the water dangerously deep. The hill his house is perched on doesn't stop at the shoreline, but plunges to depths of up to 300 feet. There's a whole town buried down there, tucked in the hills of what was once a thriving valley. Homes, roads, farms, schools, graveyards. Whenever anything manages to wriggle loose, a battered shingle, an algae-covered shoe, a slimy dog collar, it ends up here, in Skeleton Cove. Halfway to the town's centre, I ease up on the throttle, going around the point to Bucknob Cove and look westward, over the water and mountains and endless smoky skies. I've never lived anywhere else but Lake Crosby, North Carolina, have never even considered it, and still the raw beauty of this place can take my breath away. These mountains are as much a part of me as my own skin and bones, the connection as real as the cells multiplying in my belly. If I close my eyes, I can feel the plates shifting under my feet. I am the mountains, and the mountains are me. I couldn't live any place else if I tried. It's the one thing I can't resent my mother for, I suppose, choosing this place to have a family. Not that she was much of a parent. I mostly raised myself, and then I raised my brother Chet, which is how I know love can only go so far. Love doesn't put food on the table. Love doesn't pay the rent or the creditors who come banging at the door. A baby needs so much more than love. People say I married Paul for the money, but that's just not true. I married him because I love him, and I love him for all the things he provides. A mortgage-free roof over my head, and a belly stuffed with nutritious organic food, health insurance and car insurance and cell phone and internet, the freedom of never having to choose between going cold or going hungry again, a life that is safe and stable and secure. And really, when you think about it, isn't security just another word for love? That was chapter 1 of Stranger in the Lake. Don't know about you, but I'm intrigued. I want to know what happens here. It's a wonderful book. I have absolutely no doubt, because I've loved every single one of Kimberly's. So please share this video far and wide. Let everyone know about Stranger in the Lake. And if you missed the recording at the beginning, Kimberly's, not the previous one, Dear Wife, but the book before, The Marriage Lie, is a BookBub deal today. So $1.99, kids. I mean, seriously, it's the deal of the week, that is, or deal of the day anyway. So tomorrow on First Chapter Fun, let me just sort this out. You should see this setup. I've got my iPad here, I've got my phone here. I stole my son's Fire so I can show you what we're reading tomorrow. Here we go. Tomorrow features Hallie Sutton's The Lady Upstairs. I don't know. Uh-oh, that's not doing too well here, are we? No. Not really, huh? I have to try and figure that out for tomorrow. But tomorrow we'll be reading from The Lady Upstairs by Hallie Sutton. That will be tomorrow's First Chapter Friday. So if you do have any questions for Kimberly, you can write them in the comments over here on Facebook, and I'll post the video, I'll save the video on Facebook Live as well, and maybe she'll pop in and see if there are any questions and comments and stuff. And please share this initiative far and wide so we get more and more and more viewers. And you know what's coming, don't you? Stay safe, stay kind, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.